Telling you, this cat knows I have greens in the bag. He's waiting. Unbelievable. Hi guys. So this is CSA share number 8. Look at that. Apollo loves his greens. He is going after the beet greens. Anyway, this is the last fall share for 2018. I'm so upset, but it was a good one. Yes, CSA share fall number 7 was weak compared to this one. We got a couple extras, which are really nice. And they did tell me I was going to get winter squash, and it wasn't there, so I don't know what happened. But anyway, a kale again. Hail kale. So I picked up some curly kale, and I picked up the Tuscan lacinato kale. Those were the only 2 that they had. Again, I like putting them in smoothies now, but I do like stir frying them with garlic, salt and pepper, and olive oil. And then these, although they're tiny, are beets. And Paolo's loving the beet greens. Massaging it too. Look at that. Anyway, these actually, the beet greens, you can actually saute like spinach as well and eat like spinach. They're tender and have that little bite like spinach does. He obviously loves it. Should be interesting, the cat litter later. But these are little beets. Yeah, I was like, are these radishes, turnips, or beets? And they said they're beets, but they're tiny. And then these are white turnips. And then red radishes. So that's pretty cool. Got those. I'm noticing, you know what? I listen to a lot of like French podcasts. It seems like they eat a lot of radish. But radish, because of its, slightly astringent taste, they're actually really good for the liver. So pretty interesting. And I picked up, they had cabbage, 2 different kind, but I picked up whatever kind this is. It's like a cone shape. It's really funny. Reminds me of the cone heads from Saturday Night Live. Anyway, I do like to make coleslaw with that. I do like to saute it with the Holy Quartet, olive oil, salt, pepper, and garlic. Or sometimes not even the garlic, just a salt, pepper, and olive oil. It tastes good. And roast it with the same quartet. Is there something hiding back here? Sometimes you can't tell. No. Okay. So cabbage, radishes, and then beautiful little baby carrots. There wasn't that many of those left. I think with the last CSA share, later you come, you're like out of luck. So I guess maybe I missed out on some stuff because I went a little bit later than usual. I picked up some Swiss chard. So that's tender like kale too, and spinach. Actually more tender than kale. And then this, I don't like collards. And it was funny, every time this year so far they had collards, although these aren't that big. These are small. I told her, I said, I didn't take those because I don't like collards. And she said, really, how do you make them? So I said, well, down here in the South, because I'm from the North, I said, I had a neighbor that is from the South, from Tennessee, born and bred. And she said that she makes them because collards are very tender and have to be cooked down. And they're not good to eat raw in a salad like some kales and spinach, etc. So I said they braise them with a ham hock and maybe put some, seasonings, but braised them with stock, a ham hock, and onions and a little bit of sugar. And that's how she made it. And I asked, is there anything else you could do with the collards? Because I would hate to do the same thing all the time, especially with how many collards you get. And my neighbor was like, no. So the farmer's like, wow. She goes, I'm from the North too, and I actually never had it like that. But I told her it's a staple down here. If you go to get collards in southern restaurants, southern comfort food restaurants, that's how they would serve it. So she said what she does is she slices these up and sautés them in a pan with some oil, not too much, salt, pepper, no, not pepper, sorry, salt and garlic. She said salt and garlic. She goes, and then she puts nutritional yeast. She says she puts quite a bit of nutritional yeast. And what happens is that as they're in the pan, they get crispy. And she said it's so good. She goes, I love it. So I told her, sold, I'm going to try it. But these, and I was like, wow, and these are small compared to the collards I've seen and the collards you've had before. She goes, these are actually, although they look like collards and you treat them like collards, she goes, these little ones are actual broccoli leaves. I'm like, what? Get out of town. Broccoli leaves. So she said, so they have a better flavor than collards and they're not as rough. But she said, these are broccoli leaves and that's why they're small. And I picked up 2 of them. They had 2 others. They actually had cabbage leaves, which were mammoth. They look like big elephant ears. And they had 2 varieties. One actually looked like, ooh, on the floor. My goodness. One of them actually had the texture of the lacinato kale, but was big, you know, a bigger version than this. So it looked like this, but it was round and huge. And then the other one actually looked like this, but bigger. And those 2 were cabbage leaves, she said, and these were broccoli. So I was like, whoa. I said, those are too big. And I'm probably going to be the only one in this house that eats it, eats it. But I said, I'll take 2, but give me the little leaves. Because obviously, once you freeze them, you're not going to be able to cook them that way. So I took 2 small bunches, and I'm going to give them a try. Unfortunately, so late in the season, the last CSA share. Yeah, me. So I'm going to give that a try. Actually, I'm going to do it right after I do this video. And then I got 2 bunches, beautiful bunches of arugula. And then I got 2 bunches of spinach. And then these are tiny, but some kind of red leaf lettuce. So I took 2 of those and 1 curly green leaf lettuce with the mizuna, which tastes like arugula. So a lot of times what I like to do is I like to, being that these are all clean, you know, I come home and my bag is soaked with a nice puddle. I like to chop them up and actually put them in this Tupperware container that's like a salad saver, and it has a grate on the bottom so any water can pool in the bottom and won't actually touch the leaves, so that my little spring mix is already blended and I just make my salads like that. I actually started doing that recently. And then the extras, we got a sprig of rosemary that smells so good, a half dozen eggs. I was only supposed to take 1, but I took 2 honeys because I actually already finished the other one that I had. Love them. I put them in tea. I make salad dressings with them. Love it. And I actually took 2 microgreens. They're 2 different ones. She said this one, especially the darker one, is microgreens from daikon radish. And she said, and these are from, I believe she said radish, just regular radish. And that's why they look different. So I took 1 of each. Again, I think I was only supposed to take 1. And although I wanted to take 2 of these, I'm like, I can't do that to them. But here we got the fresh kale ratatouille pasta. So it's a green pasta. I'm just going to peek inside there. See? Green pasta. Freshly made. So awesome, awesome, awesome. I really like that they've been doing these extras. Last year, they didn't do extras like that. They didn't do the eggs, even though these are their eggs. They didn't do any of these extras, and they didn't do the microgreens. So obviously they're getting into the microgreens. And this one's a brand new one. One of the things my CSA does do is they grow wheatgrass, and you can actually have wheatgrass in your share every week. I really, as much as I would love to get into the wheatgrass juice kick, it's not easy to juice in the juicer that I have. I tried, and it's not easy at all. So I had bought wheatgrass one time from the farmer's market from them, and that's how I tried it, and it doesn't work out in my juicer. So I'm going to maybe try to figure out another way of doing it. But these are wheatgrass juice shots. So that was a fur. I'm like, whoa, what are these? I thought maybe pesto. She's like, no, these are wheatgrass juice shots. You just take a shot of it. Purifies the blood, alkalines the blood, oxygenates the blood, is beneficial to your health in all ways, great for the liver. It is a great thing to get into if you can palate the taste. It is horrible. I think one time I got some wheatgrass juice from somewhere. and I mixed it with lemon juice and some stevia, and that was as close to palatable as I could get. I might try that again, or just brave it down and just take the shot. And instead, I got 2. So this is Fall CSA share number 8. I hope I inspired you with some ideas, and I hope I inspired you with getting and joining a CSA in your area of the world. And I look forward to next year. But you know what? Our farmers market is open all year round, every Saturday, even though it's freezing cold. But the last couple winters, I didn't bother getting anything. But I think this winter, because I really value health and organics and seasonal eating, I might actually go to the farmer's market to get my vegetables during the winter. So I'll have those videos available. I might not have as much of this when I go shopping, but at least I'll have something from that farm. And I'm supporting my local organic farm. So have a great evening, and I'll see you in the spring for the CSA shares that start up in May. See ya. Bye.